The observer design pattern is a behavioral pattern that defines a one-to-many subscription mechanism to notify dependent objects about changes on the object they are depending on. Let's have a look at the problem we're trying to solve. So constant state checking is inefficient, and broadcasting state changes to everything in the system introduces redundancies. For example, websites often use the observer design pattern because you often have some user data and then you have several web pages that are dependent on that user data and display it in several different ways. For example, here we could have central data, some user data, it doesn't matter what. Then we have a home page, a team page, and a reviews page that use that data. But we also have a contact page that has nothing to do with the data, that just offers some form where a visitor can input some messages. So the problem is, if we want to have up-to-date web pages that use the data, we would have to do periodic checks on the data status. But that's inefficient, and it also doesn't guarantee that we're always currently up to date. So instead of having a pull approach where home pages just ask for the current data status, the observer design pattern takes a push approach where the data always pushes its current status onto the dependent objects whenever the data changes. So the solution is to let objects sign up for a subscription to the object of interest. Whenever the observed object state changes, it will inform its observers. So the design looks like that. We have a data class, which is the subject, and it has some state. In this case, we're gonna say it's an int called sales, just a sales number. Then we have a list of observers, and then we have a whole bunch of management methods here to get the state, set the state, remove and add observers, and then the very important update method. Then here we have an abstract observer class. It has data, so the reference to the subject, and also has an update function. And then below that we can implement all kinds of different observer classes. Okay, let's have a look at the code. Let's have a look at the observer first. So it's very simple. It has a protected data field of type data, the thing we're going to observe. So it's our subject in this case. And then we have an abstract method update, which is going to be implemented by classes that extend observer. And we have the three observers, concrete observers, homepage, reviews page, and team page. And they're going to work all in similar fashion. They're going to assign the data object they want to observe with the constructor. And then in the update method, they just print some message and they get the sales data, and that's it. So for example, in homepage, hey, hello, we're on the homepage, we sold, get the sales number, that many of our product. You see sometimes this kind of thing on websites such as Red Bull or so. They say, hey, we already sold X amount of our cans. And then similar reviews page and team page, they just print a different message, get the current sales data, and that's it for the observers. Then the data. Here's the important part. So we have the list of observers, and we have that crucial number right here, the sales number, which is of interest to the observer classes. Then here we again have just the management methods to get sales, add and remove observers. And then finally we have the crucial update method, which loops through the list of observers and then calls the observers update method. Okay, so let's go to the demo and see what happens. So first I'm creating a data object with the current sales number of 5. Then I'm creating homepage, review page, and team page, and they're observing that data object up here. And then I'm calling the update method, which is looping through all the observers. So through the homepage, reviews page, and team page, call their update method. which will print the messages. Then I will call data.setSales. So I'm updating the sales number, that crucial number the observers are interested. And then, because I defined setSales just by assigning the new value and then updating again, it will then again loop through all the observers update method and prints the new up-to-date message. So let's see if that works. And boom, seems to be right. So that's the message from the home page, from the reviews page, and from the team page with the number 5, which is correct at that time. Then we make an update, set the new number to 10, and then we have again the new messages with the current number 10.